Oh, god damn. I am the most dire need on planet Earth. I slept enough. Should've slept enough. I think I slept enough. Can't open my eyeballs. And so far wait a second, what? Stacked drilling is still a thing? Wait a second. Hold on, well, stacked drilling, right? So every time you start up the world, what he did to remove stacked drilling is quite simple. If I remember correctly, all of the drills will move their drill bit all the way to the top and reinitiate drilling at the start of each world. That was what he did. I think that's what he did, but it was so long ago. I can't even remember if he actually did that or not. But stacked drilling was such 53682. But stacked drilling was such a big deal. Such a big thing. I think you might remove that shit. So I don't know. I don't know if he actually removed it or not. My question is if he actually did or not. I'd question that. Question that information. Scrutinize it. One last stupid thing to do before I can have fucking Christmas break. That's what I'm excited about. One last stupid thing. The only thing that could happen is I get in trouble. Which I could see happening, but hopefully doesn't happen. No, it's bound to happen, but at some point. Set myself up for failure. Who is sending me messages at this time? Never heard of stacked drilling. Yeah. So what you would do is you would take one drill, put it on top of another drill, put it on top of another drill. So stacked drilling would allow you to effectively just drill. But how do you get them to run? Well, you start the top drill first, you place the second drill in next, and turn that one on. And then you go so on and so forth. As long as they're already running, they don't mind each other. However, if they reset, GFK. They reset, what happens is they will mine all of the drills from top to bottom. So basically, what it was you could put 3, 4, 5 drills right on the same spot and get all max shit right out of that spot. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? Absolutely neato. Neato incognito. But that sounds pretty useful. You know? I had some stacked drilling setups for coal, where I would use that to make petrochemicals and shit like that. Pretty low level setups. Like, this shit's not something you want to be running when you have other alternatives. I highly recommend running other alternatives instead of, let's run coal oil. Make some super advanced coal oil setup. Because I don't know what I was fucking thinking. I was thinking like an idiot back then to do such stupidness. Such foolishness, if you will. If you want to actually say something proper, it was absolute foolishness. Foolishness. But it was a great thing. Stacked drilling was truly the future. So, with that, I am your host, TH3Fish, and welcome back to this wonderful episode of building a 4,000 kilometer road to my gulag. So that way, I may put people there. And never see them again. They'll be strapped on Prison Island. A hellish little island I contrived, where they are free to roam about as they please, only on that island, and can never escape. Wow. Impressive. Here I have a landfill. Nice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is set this shit to vein mine. Ooh la la. Rainbows and unicorns. Alright, so we need AoE and Silk Touch. And of course, one other thing before everybody starts asking. Fish, have you finished the wonderful, wonderful machine that will enable you to obtain legacy items yet? And my answer to you is no, because I can't fucking figure out how to get these fucking HBM IDs to work. So if you can help me with that, I highly implore you to help me with that. And then I will be able to conquer HBM nuclear tech machinery. It appears, however, that you cannot say give.block or anything like that. So like HBM.tile is an HBM block. So if we were to go ahead and say give.tile.strife underscore iter underscore, what is it? Core, I think it is, which is supposed to be the old fusion reactor piece. Alright, and that's what I was trying to give myself. It just appears as nothing in the recipes. So if I go ahead and type in Red Bull, which will be the easiest way for me to find in this recipe, go here. So it's cool, right? This shit's pretty dope. 32,000 Red Bull? What the fuck? What the fuck? But this, go back, watch how it's obtained, and that should be from this thing, right? All of these recipes show up as none. Oh, hey, the carbon dioxide shows up now, which is neat. Neato. It's NATO. Neato. The ingots are good, but then these are bad. These are blocks of dash. All of my blocks don't actually work. See, no matter how many times I've tried putting in the block IDs for the blocks, HBM colon tile something, whatever the block is, okay? So, like, it should just give me the shit. Single, do you specify, like, single HBM tile underscore, or tile.iter underscore core, or whatever in the code, for the code? I can pop my code up. It should. Let me see. HBM custom machine recipes. I'm going to. I did not do that necessarily. I don't think I did that. I'm going to take a look into the recipe. Also, these recipes are temporary since I'm going to make these machines a lot better in the future. For right now, I just wanted to get them done. But I specified it as item. Oh, hold on one second. You might have just explained it to me. So single instead of item, right? So if I say single, because I'm guessing it should work, but that's also stuff like chem plant and assembly machine formats. I'm gonna try this out. So like I'm gonna go ahead and save and quit to title. Open up my notepad, and it looks like. So I'm gonna try to actually get it to work this time, and if I can get it to work, I'm going to put in all of the recipes now. Since I have time to get it done, might as well try to put in all of these recipes. And so we see that I have put in tile for my output items on all of these. And right now it says some of these should be like the numbers. No, they're all back to how they were before. I tried doing numbers, so this should be singles, what you're saying. And it should be, is not capital single, just single. Single. But what about these ones? This is input items. I guess I would just do. So there's two input blocks. What do I do here? Do I just should I just reference the no, this one. So if this one, I'm not sure what to do. I could just put single on both of them and just separate the two things, or I could try to put multiple or something. I don't know. Or I could look at the actual HBM machinery. If I pop open that shit, I can find out a lot. Well, I'll just scroll down and see the next one, which is going to be HBM item.1525. God damn it. That is the core underscore, or yeah, it should be like magnet something. And this says item.struct when it needs to be tile. I'll start changing these back to their tile. Then I can load it up and see if it worked on that one. If it didn't work on that one, we will find out all of the information. All of the information will be found out today. HBM colon tile dot 1526 single for these. These ones are single. So we're going to give you item dot nothing for that, I would assume. And then all of these ones are good, I think. This one works. That's for the spirit discombobulator, so some stupid machines, but I feel like they'd fit in the mod. I mean, that sounds too magical, but all right. Input underscore fluid item. Well, the fluids are good. Well, it would be single if it's a item that black alloy. Let me check. So these are, where are they at? Tile. They need to be set to tile. Yeah, I got them set to these. Because I was trying everything. I tried everything I could think of. It's a good thing. So, tile. I would just do parentheses, quotation, quotation, single, and then comma item. Just do comma. Comma. The question is do I put them both in the same brackets or not? I think you can put them both in the same brackets. Yeah, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens. I think I in some places with item, I don't even use the... I didn't even use it, right? Output items. This works, but I didn't even use the thing for that. Let's say, I'm gonna just make sure. So when I pop in, we'll see what all works and what does not work. I'm actually really curious. And if I can get this shit to work, I can build the mod. Build more to the mod. So that way, I can have my own HBM machines. That means everything that I ask HBM for, I could make instead. You know how much power that is? That is a lot of power. HBM gave me the power to make it my own machines for his mod. TH3 Fish Space Fork Additions. Alright, so this machine you can use in the nether to harvest lava, to convert lava into various materials, because the nether is radioactive. If you check Minecraft related, I have screenshots of like chemplant JSON code so you could reference. Okay, cool. That will be useful. Thank you. Item. Yeah, we'll see if what I did works. Oh, you have to do it each individually. This is painful. Well, we'll see how it works. I could have just added the new recipe to the chem plant. Alright, so you make this with chemistry, you do this shit, and this shit. Nope. Dialog. That's where I would go. No, this one. We accidentally killed Dialog, so we can't use him as a tester world anymore. Can't use him as a tester world anymore, unfortunately. Okay. So, I put this in, and what I should see coming out is one of my favorite little items. Oh, looks like HBM nothing. HBM.nothing. Also, I need to put these in tile.fusion_conductor. What about, those are examples for concrete? I'll check those in a second. Wait, that'd be, single_powder item.tungsten. Like, I need an example, like a block example. Item powder tungsten, item powder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna put these in there. I'm also gonna change up some of the values for what you get out of it, because I feel like these should give you a lot less of the stupidness that I've added. Because I'm going to make a incredibly good chain, I think. Well, I don't know. So, tile that fusion conductor. Alright, I'll check that in a second. I want to add in the recipe for the new Terra drill, well, for the upgraded Terra drill. I'm gonna make it cost probably something that's not super. Oh, I got a good one. For the fluid, some kind of like strontium, or maybe like plasma. I wonder if I can craft with plasma. It needs plasma to do it. God dang. Okay. So, can you even get plasma out of this shit? I've never tried that before. Tile that fusion conduct. That's not the one. That's gonna be tile that fusion motor, I think. Right? Motor. Yes, no, maybe so. Fusion motor. Ah, there we go. Give me, okay, central magnet piece. Dial that fusion center. Cool, so that's motor and center. Then can make it require ionic gel or something. It's not bad. 1.12.2 or 1.7.10 in this game. 1.7.10. But that guy's gone. Now, let's check if the plutonium one works, because that one is interesting. We could just give it the original recipe in the assembly machine. That would be interesting, but I want to make, like, the time-traveling machine of all time. The quantum delocalizer. It's what I call it. I actually can get the core component. I can definitely get the core component. Let me look at the at my saves. Nope. Alright. Wait. Minecraft mods? No. Wait, yep, there you go. So it'd be in this one. And then I'm gonna open config HBM recipes. And it should be inside of the assembly machine. So I could just copy the old recipe and see what it takes. Wait. The old fusion core wasn't made in the assembly machine though. Let me see if it's in the crafting table. Well, no, it's not even in the crafting table. It would be in the assembly machine. I don't remember it being in the assembly machine. I remember it being on the crafting table. So that means I don't have that. But I do know that the other shit was in the assembly machine. I'll just check that. Alright, so HBM tile that machine. Okay. If I hit Control F. Comma 16. So you just have the 16 there. Let me check what I have. HBM custom machines. HBM custom machine recipes. Tiled. Struct. That's it. That's it right there. Found it. Found the issue with my code. So a single. Then I need to close that bracket, obviously. So just because I had the bracket in did not make it different. So I remove this one. And that should give you one of those. Should. And then output items HBM 50. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's the... This one was an item that also didn't work, by the way. This was the blanket for the reactor, but obviously did not work out as I intended. Item dot, which I'll put in that information in a second once I have it. I'm just reformatting all this. Just reformat it all. Fucking put that in there. Nice. $2,000, 1,000, 2,500 or 2,500. Put it at 16. Ah, fucking 16 million. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. These ones can be 2,000 blood. Since you need so many of them, it's gonna cost 2,000 blood for each of those. $1,000, 100, and then 100 for this one. No, I should make all of those 100. It shouldn't be that much. Should not be that much. Except for this one. I want the carbon dioxide to always be like 1,000 at least. What I don't understand, though, is how then these work. Because these work. They're perfectly fine. I don't understand how those ones work. Why they are working, even though they should not work. Item. Cool. I guess it's because it's so specific and there's no way it could possibly go wrong with those items. But I actually don't know. I'm just a speculator. Speculator. Fusion center. Do this one like this. Which is a kind of a little sad that you can't just take... It doesn't do the original recipes, but it's okay. You can get niobium 1. Fusion center. Then I want to check if these worked out. Because if these worked out, I'm not fucking changing that shit. I am not changing that shit. So if I press R on this thing, it should give me the example how it... is in the spirit discombobulator, which also was broken, by the way. So there's a problem with that, but I will figure that out too. It should not be that broken, but we'll see. So these need to be changed to also work. But each of them needs to also say single next to it. You all can't even see what I'm doing, can you? This is my bed. What's the fusion? It's HBM tile.fusion, it's HBM tiles dot struct underscore iter core. Underscore between all of the different words. So, just getting everything to work. So I'm gonna put in single again. That quotation quotation single quotation not colon, comma, and then that should close off with a double bracket. And I can insert this piece right in front of all the other ones and double bracket them as well. And that is how it's done. Boom, double bracket, and one final one to double bracket is this one, which that is all done. Okay. So then all I have to do, this one doesn't want to work because it also needs to be made to look correct. I'll check those messages in a second. Control S. General to it requires a very specific setup. I don't remember if bedrock drill stacking got removed, but you used to be able to stack multiple drills, like I mentioned earlier, before I even got the stream all the way up. So this one was working. Oh shit. Well, at least we did it right. At least we did it right this time. I will go ahead and also need to change the name of that shit since it's the same as the other thing. I don't want to add like a whole lot of my own machines though. If only he had custom items for ingots. HBM's custom mod. Custom machines mod. So I have plutonium. Then I want to get the Terradrill recipe added in. For the Sherbitic one, it can be hard. For this one, what would this need originally? We're just going to say that this needs plutonium 241. No. Let's just say it needs... It was trinitite, and it needs like 3,200 blood. Or, yeah, 2,400 blood is good. So, what is the name of this one? .drax Mark II, and this would be Mark III. Okay, cool. So, item.drax Mark II. That'll be the next thing I make. Go into my HBM custom machines and find what I'm looking for. Somebody's in my mind right now, making me angry. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That should be enter and put on its own line. Nice. So now I have my input fluids. This is going to be a item dot whatever I'm going to put it as, and then item dot. So item dot drax underscore MK2. And it's not caps on that. I believe it's just a regular MK2 Mark II. So that means that now if I put in items, nice. And the other thing, for the inputs, I'm going to put several fluid inputs. God damn it. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. What's the recipe even for that anyway? So, but I think it should be put into a special machine. I think it needs to be in a special machine. It needs to have a special machine for it because it's not in base HBM and we can't just make this shit. Like, it's time traveling right here. We're up to no good. Spooky ice right here. Spooky ice. However, that is awesome. That is actually pretty awesome. The other thing was the power armor helmet. That's pretty much it for T45. T45 power armor sets. I was thinking about adding in the recipe for the... Oh, hey, I need this. Fusion underscore shield underscore dash. So I should go and find that over here. 2400 blood, right? 2400 blood. Alright. Or I could do 32,000 Red Bull. Or like 256,000. So you have to get a lot of Red Bull for it. Outputs carbon dioxide, 1600 carbon dioxide. That should be contained, right? Oh shit. Okay, and then that's done. Done. Comma, Control S. Now we'll give that a shot. Hold on. This one needs to be corrected. Cool, and then I need to do single parentheses. I'm sorry, I'm doing this. I just wanted to do this to get it done. Parentheses, single, quotation, and then thingy, comma, and then it should be, okay, it's fucking done. Good. Yeah, that's good. Yep. These are good. Just going over my code, just making sure it's nice. It's a blood machine. Requires blood to operate. Some of these just work, but others don't. want to make sure that they work. Alrighty, and I have completed what I believe to be everything it needs to work. That is not going to be an item that's well, I could do an item dot circuit 1, 11, right? So circuits, if I go look at circuits, the hardest one is going to be the highest number, so I'll look at that in a second. So I can give it a military grade, or this one, which would be 12. So 1, 12 to give it the hardest circuit board. And then you take that and 256,000 Red Bull and put them together, and it does some magic in the machine. Nice. Control S. I don't know if I'm gonna do the original recipes. I would like to do that, but also at the same time want to add my own machine, but I don't know about this. Alright, so I'm gonna hit save and quit the title. Gonna quit the game. The other thing is fusion underscore shield. Underscore shield underscore dash. So there will only be the dash shield available, which is awful, but it is, well, I can add the chlorophyte one too. Yeah, I could do that. Just do chlorophyte's not even in the game anymore, is it? HBM or tile underscore dash, and I'll just do 32 and then 32. In addition to the 1600 blood it needs. That also needs to be item. Alright, and then we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't work, well, it should work. According to the physics, this will work. So, when I hit play game, load it up. Hello, do you read this? I'm sorry, I haven't been reading it. I've been in my own world. It's my bad. I've kind of been just trapped in doing stuff in Notepad. So, that is what I've been doing. You get it in the new fusion thing, running tritium plus chlorine. I could change the recipe later, but for the fusion blanket, but I'm not really doing it right now. Oh, it's good to know. For later, though. Just waiting and waiting. It's the waiting game. Waiting for MC Heli, the custom, and if you get it in the new fusion thing, tritium, chlorine, deuterated hydrocarbon each. Oh, you get it. Oh, never mind. So to make the old fusion reactor now, which it should be able to be made, inside of my fancy machine that allows you to time travel shit into the future, now we will have the legacy machine able to produce 1. Let's see if it does it. See if it gets it right. Ah! What the fuck? Do I just fucking suck at this shit? I think I just fucking suck at this shit. Red Bull. See how we get this thing. Because this should give me every recipe for the most part. Actually, this is how I get the recipes. God damn it. What the fuck? Now everything is broken. All the shit that was working is broken now. Okay. Maybe it's not worth it to try to fix all the things. God damn it. Like if your fucking stupid machines will always be broken, Mr. HBM. Checking my code again. That should be item. But also at the same time, it's that the code is just fucking... Oh. Oh. It doesn't read it proper. Well. So for the output item. What? Confused. HBM... What the fuck? This is very confusing. So I did it for all of my items though. Okay, so anywhere where there's an item, it needs to not have the brackets, but anywhere where there's a thing, it needs a bracket. This shit just doesn't work. Shit does not work. The fuck? Some of this shit's done correctly though. Some of it isn't, so that's another problem. That one's good. Fucking... That one's good. I suppose I should just remove all of the stupidness that broke these things initially. Because these things were working. Okay. Then the nuclear waste pile was not working. However, that's an easy fix. Because it's an item. You only need to do that. I will now check what's going on. Might be able to get the file if you send me the file. Alright, cool. I will do that shortly. Config HBM recipes. And then it should just be custom machines, and that's it. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Boom. And then we will figure that out. I'm getting distracted. I guess it's gonna take a minute with that. I actually should just load in the world and just do some shit, get some shit done, and then we'll see if it works when you've figured that out. I don't know. Instead of just me sitting here doing nothing, I could be doing something. The fluid IDs, the fluids work. Fluids are great. They will work. But then other stuff doesn't. Okay. Okay. Disneyland. That's where we're going. If we can't get to work, then we could just try doing the old fusion reactor recipes inside of the, I don't even know what those would be. Well, actually, there is plenty of sources online that still have the old fusion reactor recipes, so don't worry. We probably have those available to us. Jeff K. What a goofy ass joke. Goofy joke. I was like, is that a safe? No, it's just a sheep. How do I not have that? Seems like something I would need is an axe, and I don't have it on me. Well, that's fine. I don't need it right now. I can just do this with my hand and only do one. Do it one at a time. The new solar initiative is gonna take over the scene. Oh, I think we got our first tricksite crystal, by the way, which is actually really useful, especially for processing out different materials. Oh shit. Boom 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 boom. Oh, we only hit I don't have that much solar panels, which is kind of disappointing, but it's okay. I think I will have enough for everything on this new California compliant building. That means it has no pistol grip, and it can't be a machine gun. It has to be a hunting rifle. Even Glock, no pistol grip. But it is, but that's the case. Honestly, the custom machines have always been broken. They always appear broken to me, because I've never actually been able to get a recipe to work on them. Surprising I'm even able to get the custom fluids to work. I just copied the one that was already in and then slightly adjusted some things of it. The question is, why is it so particular about certain things? Like, it needs to have, oh, this needs to be this way, this needs to be this way. Like, it needs to have it specifically to a certain way. I'm not sure why that is. That's like the most curious and peculiar thing about the custom machine system, is that the items aren't super particular, but the blocks seem to be. The tile blocks, which is always bothersome. This also means that technically I could make a new machine that can do some fanciness with aromatic hydrocarbons. If I can find a real example of a machine that does that. If I can figure that out. That'll be my criteria for that. It needs to be a real machine that will allow me to deal with aromatic hydrocarbons in a realistic way. Which I believe there is some things out there that do that. Could even bring back the industrial generator, in theory. Just be like, this one industrial generator trophy block. Here's where the ports are supposed to be at. Then use the trophy block for the actual industrial generator. That'd be fucking... Ha ha ha, fuck you, HBM. Kinda goofy, However, the problem is that the iGen used to be like, there's no longer the stuff to make it too. It's true. No longer stuff to make it. Give it no recipe, but then make it on the assembly machine. Ooh. So you can make the thing using different materials. Make the custom machine in the assembly machine. That'd be pretty neat. Because I just thought of that one. I see that you are sending me a message. I will check it. Shortly. The message is... This might work, but I can't tell since I don't have the spirit... Okay, cool. Save and quit the title. We will see if this one works. Hopefully it does. Just gonna remove all of my current tabs. Alright, so custom machines, delete that. delete that, and then we put in HBM custom machines, and then I press play, and then should have whatever happens happen. We will see. Just waiting. Cool. Now if I go and hop into my new world, I should be able to test the recipes again. Or just check them. Don't need to test them. Alright, hop in and let's actually just check. This one still doesn't work. I had it working earlier. There's a specific way of doing those ones apparently. HBM dot item dot nothing, item dot nothing, item dot nothing, item dot nothing. Alright, I think that's enough of that for today though. I think we've done enough work on that. Time to work on that tomorrow. I don't want to do more work on it. It's just, see, they don't go through for some reason. Like, they don't, doesn't even matter what you say that it is. It does not go through. So we might just go with assembly machine recipes if that works better, but I can figure that out on my own, I think. Because the assembly machine is meant to make it. So, like, I don't know what the problem is, where the problem even starts at. Because the problem starts somewhere, obviously, but the thing is that I don't know where that is. Like, there's an origin to the problem, and then... yeah. Like, I don't even want to bother with the extra, like, chemicals and shit. The new chemical lines. That'd be pretty cool if I could figure out how to actually do it, so I could eventually make my own additions and things with my own machines. You know, like a electric blast furnace or something like that. That sounds like a pretty great machine to add. I know there's already one. Technically there's already one, but that's just an example of what one would look like from that'd be pretty dope though, to put in an EBF, electric blast furnace. Uh, this place is stupid. Just thinking that all the time about what's going on. I'm not gonna open up the land since I'm gonna probably be off and doing stuff in like 13 minutes. Cause I expected to be gone all of yesterday, not to get back, but yeah, that'd probably be the problem. So I think I'm gonna remove my custom machines recipes for now, and then figure out what we could do in the assembly machine to make those for custom recipes. So I'm probably going to get rid of my custom machines, my fractions. Oh shit, probably should not do that, but I'm assuming that it's HBM mod. It will fix itself, and then it will fix itself. It's HBM mod, okay? Just delete a couple of files and imagine it, my custom recipes were to get patched out of existence. It's HBM's war against me to patch out any way of making the wonderful old machines and shit. And I think it's just custom machines. Cool. And then if I just hit, yeah, it should be good. Okay. So next time we load up, it should be fine for us. And then obviously we will need to figure out a way to put those machines. They're probably through their original recipes, of course. I have a list of machines or things that I would like to get the Drax, the things. Drax is Mark II. Drax Mark III would be nice, but not entirely necessary. Just trying to keep the same items and then putting it into the assembly machine. Those ones you make in a crafting table, but we can put them in the assembly machine so we can obtain the legacy upgrades. Since I technically could have obtained those. That is the one rule I have with all of this, is that I have to have been able to obtain it. Of course, I've discussed this. And then we add it in as a recipe, and then that's all that needs to be happened. Okay, I need more of these. Then this should be okay. Awesome. That's good. And then once we've done it, it'll be a beautiful day because... Wait a second. Hold on. Before you start working on that, let me check that we're not stupid. Because I know that there's something majestical that I already have. Already have it. So if I go here, and I go all the way... Ah, shit. He removed all the fucking paper templates. Do they still exist? Template. God. Dang it. That means that if I go all the way down... could have obtained one of these. Problem is that just because I could have obtained it and I haven't obtained it is really stupid. Solar panel. But he's removed these from this thing. Maybe I could undo that and put them back in. Launch pad. Petroleum mixing, TL. Fusion. Ah, here we go. The old fusion reactor blankets can still technically be made if we obtain these, but the problem is that I don't have those and I never made them. And he's removed the ability to make those. So unfortunately, even though I could have made them, he has thwarted me this way as well. So that means, yes, we do need the other method. Unless, somehow, I could somehow print out and obtain those fusion reactor core component and then fusion reactor. Okay, so the old, yeah, I only have that. But also the magnets, technically, you could get. But this is the recipe for it. So if you want the recipe, I don't know how much overlap there is, but deprecated. I have this fucking legacy assembly machine right here. Legacy. Which would be useful if we could actually use it, but no. Maybe a way of getting the blue. So if you wanted to make it easy, we could just craft the blueprints inside of the new assembly machine, right? And then we go to the old assembly machine to actually make it. Since I have the legacy assembly machine, the only thing, yeah, that's good for like the fusion reactor, right? But for like the Drax and things, those are gonna have to have their own recipes, which I don't remember. Well, yeah, I can't even look it up in NEI right now. However, all of this said, I think we'll be able to probably break through the HBM invisible wall of stopping TH3 Fish from obtaining his old items that he was planning to obtain, but couldn't because he was stupid and updated too soon. I should have waited on the update. I should have been like, should I update now? Somebody told me fusion reactor can get both. I think somebody told me that. I don't remember who would have told me that, but it's just kind of disappointing, to say the least. Because well, also, these have their own IDs, right? Oh, shit. This might not be even possible. HBM item assembly template, and then you would do, looks like 1/0. He's put them all to 0. So if you even made one. Okay, so maybe it's not possible to make those, because they all have 0. Unless that means I'm able to make all of the items in one of them, but that doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't make sense at all. Yeah, well, either way, at least we have knowledge of what the recipes looked like, so we could attempt to put them in. And then we would have the wonderful machines HBM doesn't want me to have. Now, I kind of want to go over like the history of the iGen almost, because the iGen is kind of like that thing went through 3 different versions. And then HBM deleted it. So the first version I remember was like this gigantic thing. Then it went down to the small thing that I think everybody knows. And then it went to the small thing, or went to something, or he was working on something else and that didn't go through. But then he was like, Alright, we're just gonna, after like a couple updates, it was like, got rid of it. Got rid of the HBM industrial gen, iGen. I think that's what it was. I don't remember exactly. Okay. Titanium blend goes through the yellow one? What the fuck is this? Wait. Oh, shit. Ah, so all my crystals need to go... Holy fucking shit. It deleted shit. So all my crystals need to go out the yellow side for whitelist. So whitelisting crystals. Boom. So now it goes to here. Nice. Then if I take my other crystals of various different types, I can put them through there as well. And I'm looking at some dash, phosphorus, which is interesting, aluminum. Obviously, I could probably process all of these back at the main area, but I'm gonna do it here since it's easier. Well, it might not be easier, but it at least is. I have the machine here. So I put in my uranium crystals as well. Cool. Then I can put in my aluminum crystals. Wait, what's the next valuable thing? Plutonium crystals, right? That all? I want to do that all first. So that way if I don't have space for any of it, for all of it, then at least I have space for some of it. Aluminum crystals. Then lithium crystals. Then gold crystals. On purple, which is, I think, purple, yeah, purple is east. And, tungsten on purple. So this also needs to be a whitelist. Boom. And then I have my phosphorus on purple. And my stuff is done. That's pretty much everything I needed to put through the setup. The rest of this we'll figure out later. Tomorrow, probably. Because all of this can either go through a couple of electric blast furnaces or so on and so forth. It's not difficult to do. Okay. Let me see what's going on. I think I should just start making a list of questions I might get asked today, so that way I have an answer to every single question before somebody asks me what it could be. Because I'm not going to remember anything. Believe I got the core working. Gonna check now. Awesome. And that's the roof, which supplies power, apparently. A lot of power, hopefully. Hopefully it's a lot of power. because we will need a lot of power for this facility to sustain running. Alright, well then, if that's done, then I need to do fluorite processing. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Technically, with all of this stuff, what I can do is I can start processing things through gas centrifuges to make different materials from them, or other different methods of processing. However, I need nitric acid for this setup, so I need to set up a new... Well, or I could do a pipeline to move the nitric acid around, since it's kind of a universally needed substance. So, when it comes to nitric acid, I'm just gonna make a pipeline for that, probably. There's no reason to not make a pipeline, especially when I need one for it. Anyway, like to begin with. Right, so I'm just gonna throw all my shit in this box, since I don't know where to put it. Because I'm lazy. Lazy, that's what it is. It's because I'm lazy. Yeah, lazy. That's what I am. Then I'll grab, piping components. Since nobody likes drones because they're too complicated and stupid, I use pipes instead. No drones, no bones. One. Okay, if I just make all of these. Ah! Is it ingots for these? I'm pretty sure it's ingots. Could have swore it was ingots. Ah, there we go. Pipe anchors. Nice. And I got 64 of them, which will hopefully be enough. I have no idea if this is going to be enough. Quite frankly, this is probably not enough. However, this setup can probably produce nitin octane superfuel on its own. Probably doesn't even need my help for that. Could quite literally do it on its own, probably. So this thing over here produces a lot of the nitric acid, and I don't remember what it needs to make it, so I'm not going to try to make it, actually, because it's sitting here doing nothing right now. Which means I could have it sitting here and doing something, if I connect it up properly. Oh, well, it's clogged with liquid nitrogen, but that is the primary component of nitric acid, I believe. I believe it is. I don't actually know. Don't actually know. Fuck. I think I'm out of time today. I didn't really have much time. Don't have much time today. Probably going to do some stupid stuff, and I don't really want to do that today. So that's kind of annoying. But hopefully this is enough. Hopefully we can get those fusion reactor things up and running, and then I can live the dream of finally being able to make the past into the future. Because it's still in the game, technically, and still has functionality. So until HBM starts removing the functionality, I'll just keep making legacy machines. Makeable again. God damn it! This one's too far away. Fuck, is it too far away. Too far away. Too far away. And I could just cable that all the way down. Nitric acid all the way.